talking about. This is a little boy Joe.
Hey everyone, it's a joy to be here today among you. I had the privilege of looking through Granny's Bible and wanted to share a few passages of scripture with you that she had written down and outlined, and it was so wonderful going through her notes of her Bible. There I saw the name Emmanuel a few times, God with us. May God be with us now. You may hear this verse more often in May and June. This is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. It's the hope we cling to today. Psalm 41, 1 through 3. God blesses those who are kind to the poor. He helps them out of their troubles. He protects them and keeps them. He publicly honors them and destroys the power of their enemies. He nurses them when they are sick and soothes their pains and worries. We had a nurse who would tend to our pains and bruises and scrapes, and she did a good job at it. Psalm 25. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long. Lamentations 3:25. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. Let us seek the Lord today. Psalm 90 verse 14. Satisfy us in the morning with your steadfast love, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Let us rejoice and be glad, for the joy of the Lord is our strength. And finally, Psalm 37, verse 4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Granny was a wonderful lady, a wonderful woman. I'm proud to be the oldest grandson. And she was the first memory that I've ever had on this earth. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, son. And our daughter, Sarah. Her granddaughter.
Tilt this down a little bit. Thank y'all so much for being here. Out of all the kind words and love we've received throughout all of this, one of the most consistent things is she was one of a kind. And she really was. A chip off the old block, as Papa likes to say. Being a nurse and a mom was ingrained into her soul. It poured over into everything she did and everything that she was. She worked very hard, but she loved us even harder. She was also part of a generation where you say what you mean and you mean what you say. You never, and I mean never, had to wonder what she was thinking about anything. And that spilled over into the way she loved us too. She'd say, now Sarah, those shorts are a little short, don't you think? Those pants sure do have lots of holes in them. What do you mean you bought them like that? She was strong-willed, hard-headed, and could not be told a thing. Just last week, Ben had cooked some dinner for them, and they were sitting at the table, and she didn't say a word. She just got up and started walking off, and Ben said, "Oh, are you done talking to me?" And she said, "We've been talking." And she kept us all straight, except for my sweet Papa, but she sure did try. One day she finally said, "My next husband will know how to cook." But in all seriousness, she loved us immeasurably, but she loved our Papa even more. They'd pick and fuss at each other, but at the end of the day, she'd talk about how deeply she loved him and wouldn't want anybody else by her side. She also told anybody who would listen, "This is my only granddaughter, my baby girl." But she always went out of her way to remind each of us that we were loved in our own unique and distinct ways. And I know she felt the love from us too, because she'd always say so. But she was very easy to love. Almost every time I'd visit, she'd say, "Sarah, come back." And I'd say, "Yes, ma'am, I always do." So to my sweet granny, I'd wish you back here in a minute if I didn't know with an eternal kind of certainty where your soul is resting now. Thank you for the love you've given us and the examples that you've set for us. I'm so grateful that my little boy will grow up knowing how loved he was by you. It's hard to imagine living in a world without you in it, but I know that you'd want us to go on. Just know that you'll be missed every moment of every day until we meet again.